Before we begin, my grandma's on Zoom. Can everyone say hi, Grandma Susan? Okay. What makes me me? I am not attractive. They aren't going to believe me. I have to have this thing to be happy. I'm not worthy. I have to have a partner to feel love. What now? I don't want to drink this. Anyone know how heavy? No, I don't either. But I do know that the longer I hold it out, the longer I cling to this, the longer my arm stays out, the heavier it becomes. I think that this is true for our minds. We're going to come back to this. I clung to people. I clung to emotions. I clung to items, and it got heavy. And I became a person that I didn't like, a version of me that I did not like. And I started, who am I? I want you to think about who you think you are. An artist, parent, gay, straight, a teacher, a student. What additional labels might you be putting on top of that? I could have shown up for my kid better. I could have perfected that dance better. I could have been a better painter. I changed a lot of things in my life recently. Cut all my hair off. I'm wearing clothes that are a little bit more comfortable, but look different from me a year ago. Made some new friends. Awesome. And I think the one that I'm clinging to the most is that I came out to my friends and my family. They were having a different experience than I was with the label gay. You look like a boy. You should be scared of how people are going to see you now. Marriage is between a man and a woman. Similarly, my friends, some of them, had some opinions as well. Why did you change? We miss the old Maddie. Instead of filtering what was being said to me, what I was telling myself, I added it to my gunk-filled mind. I internalized it. And I went back to that question of, who am I? Over time, the words didn't necessarily mean anything, but the imprint was there and I clung to it, and it became my reality. And I became a version of me again I did not like. The good. I started meditating, which has given me the ability to start filtering what is around me, what I'm telling myself, what I'm actually internalizing. And it's given me a little bit of freedom in the idea that I'm not who I think I am, that I have infinite potential. Thank goodness. I think it's so important to be mindful of what we're letting into our containers and into our minds, and what are we telling ourselves? What are we believing? Over time, most of the gunk settled. The water's still a little bit muggy, and it's still not a glass of water that I would want to drink. But imagine we poured clean water into this, and we poured and we poured and we poured, and eventually the gunk is going to overflow, and we'd be left with the glass that we'd actually want to drink. If you take anything away from today, let it be that you're not who you think you are, that there's no permanency, and let that be your freedom. Let that be your permission. When you go home tonight, make a list. Who do you think you are? What labels are you attaching to that? What are you clinging to? And question those. Challenge each of them. Is this really you? Is this who you want to be? How do we merge the two? How do we detach from both? And I think most importantly, how do we use infinite potential to create a world where every one of us can thrive? Thank you.